Hello students, welcome to a new chapter, that is dissolution of partnership firm. So till now we have studied about dissolution of partnership. So what was dissolution of partnership? That is in the case of change in profit sharing ratio, admission of a new partner, retirement of a partner and death of a partner. What used to happen? The business used to continue, just the relationship between the partners used to be altered. The agreement between the partners used to change, right? But when we talk about dissolution of partnership and one more word is added before after it, that is dissolution of partnership firm, it means close down of the business. That means that business comes to end, partnership is end, and the books of accounts have to be closed and the settlement has to be done. Clear everyone once again. Till now we have studied about dissolution of partnership, which meant that there is just change in the relationship among the partners. The agreement between the partners used to change, or the agreement used to be altered, right? But business used to continue. Clear? But when we talk about dissolution of partnership firm, it means that business is closed, books of accounts have to be closed, and there is now an economic relationship between partners come to an end. Clear everyone? So today we'll be starting with dissolution of partnership firm. Let's read the meaning on screen. It means business of the firm is closed and the firm is wound up. Clear everyone? So no more continuation of the business. Clear? In this, what happens? All the assets of the firm are sold and liabilities are paid. So what is done? Assets of the business are sold to pay the liabilities. And if any amount is left, the balance, if any, is paid to the partners in settlement of their capital accounts. Clear everyone? Understood? So let's study the difference between dissolution of partnership firm and just dissolution of partnership. Clear? So first is meaning. You can see on the screen meaning. Just now we studied what is the meaning of dissolution of firm, or we say partnership firm. It means closure of the firm and end of business relationship among all the partners. Clear? And what used to happen in dissolution of just partnership? It means change in business relationship among the partners. The firm continues its business. So only the relationship between the partners used to change, right? Profit sharing ratio used to change, and the new partner was admitted, or a partner was retiring, or there was a death of a partner. So there was only change in the relationship among the partners. The firm used to continue its business as it is. But here, when dissolution of firm is there or partnership firm is there, it means business comes to end. The relationship between partners come to end. Clear? Second point is court's intervention. It can be either, see, dissolution of firm can either be voluntary by the partners or compulsory order by court. So suppose if a business becomes unlawful, so it may happen that court orders that the business has to be shut down, there has to be firm has to be dissolved, a relationship among the partners must come to end, and the books of accounts must be closed. Clear? But dissolution of partnership is voluntary, right? Dissolution of partnership, if new partner is to be admitted, it's a voluntary decision. If a partner has to retire, it's a voluntary decision. If profit sharing ratio among the partners have to be changed, it's a voluntary decision. So when we talk about court's intervention, so when in dissolution of firm, it may be by court's intervention or it may be voluntary. If suppose an event, if for construction of road, the firm was set up and the road's construction is over, so now the firm has to be dissolved. Clear? So it can be voluntary or it can be with the court's intervention if business becomes unlawful. But dissolution of just partnership is always voluntary. Clear? Then comes third, business continuation. So in dissolution of firm, business of the firm comes to an end. But dissolution of partnership, business is carried on. Clear? Fourth, closure of books of accounts. Now if business comes to end, so books of accounts have to be closed in dissolution of partnership firm. Clear? But books of accounts of firm are not closed under dissolution of partnership. Clear? Then fifth point is assets and liabilities. So assets and liabilities are real. Assets are realized. Means when business comes to end, assets of the firm are sold. Whatever money comes, that is used to pay the liabilities, and if some amount is left, that is used to settle the partners' capital accounts. That means if partners will take it. Clear? But in dissolution of partnership, there was no assets were not sold. Assets were what revalued and liabilities were reassessed. That means the new value of assets were found out. Yes, in that assets were not sold. They were just revalued. Their actual value, changed value was found out. Right? So let's read in dissolution of partnership fifth point. Assets of the firm are revalued and liabilities are reassessed. The gain or loss due to it is distributed among the partners in their profit sharing ratio. Clear? But what happens when firm is closed down? That is dissolution of partnership firm. Assets are realized. Realized means sold. Whatever money comes, that is used to pay the liabilities of the firm, and if balance is left, that is distributed among the partners. Clear, everyone? Sixth, economic relationship. So when there is dissolution of partnership firm, economic relationship among partners come to end, क्योंकि सब कुछ खत्म हो रहा है, close down, shutter down. Understood? But in dissolution of partnership, by business continues. So economic relationship between the partners just change, right? Partners ki, among partners, profit sharing ratio change, right? So what happens? The economic relationship among the partners used to change in dissolution of partnership, but when there is dissolution of partnership firm, the economic relationship among partners comes to end. Clear? Effect. Seventh point, dissolution of firm also means dissolution of partnership. तो जब हम dissolution of firm की बात करेंगे तो उसमें dissolution of partnership भी आ गया, but जब हम सिर्फ dissolution of partnership की बात करते हैं तो that doesn't mean that there is dissolution of partnership firm. There is just reconstruction or reconstitution of firm, or agreement is changing. Firm is not dissolving, firm is continuing its business. Clear? So seventh point says what? When there is dissolution of partnership firm, that means there is dissolution of partnership also. But when there is dissolution of partnership, that doesn't mean that dissolution of partnership firm is there, because firm is continuing its business in dissolution of partnership. There is only change in relationship among the partners. There is only change in the agreement among the partners. Clear, everyone? Understood? So I hope the picture is clear to you. What it is, dissolution of partnership firm is a broad perspective where firm comes to end, business comes to end, books of accounts need to be closed, assets are sold, whatever money is recovered, that is used to pay liabilities, and balance left is distributed among the partners to settle their capital balance. Clear, everyone? But when we talk about dissolution of partnership, it is just reconstitution of partnership, which happens in the case of change in profit sharing ratio, admission of a new partner, retirement of any partner, death of any partner. Clear? There the relationship among partners just change. It doesn't come to end. Business doesn't come to end. Firm continues its business. Got it, everyone? So our chapter focuses on dissolution of partnership firm, where business has to come to end, books of accounts need to be closed. Clear, everyone? So now we will be studying modes of dissolution of a firm. In how the firm gets dissolved, कैसे firm को close किया जाएगा? By first mutual agreement. It may happen that all the partners mutually decide that now we do not want to continue the business, we want to end the relationship among us, we want to close down this partnership firm. So if all the partners are ready to shut down their business, that can be a situation of dissolution of partnership firm. Clear? Second, there may be compulsory dissolution. So what happens? Why compulsory firm has to be dissolved? If business becomes unlawful, so business has to be compulsorily closed down. Clear? Third, by notice. What happens by notice? If see partnership is at will. You have studied this types of partnership in class 11th business studies. Partnership at will means it business can come to end, or firm may be shut down if any one of the partner gives his notice clears his intention that I want to end the partnership. So if he wants to end the partnership, so entire firm has to be closed down. Clear everyone? This is compulsory. This is the dissolution by notice. Because when there is partnership is at will, then any partner by giving his notice or clarifying his consent can dissolve the firm by clearing his intentions. Got it? Then is fourth on happening of an event. Suppose three people A, B, and C came together and formed a partnership firm, and their motto was construction of a particular dam. Once the dam is being constructed, now the work is over. On happening of an event, the event is over. So business comes to end. Relationship among A, B, and C as partners comes to end. Firm is closed down. Clear? Then comes fifth, dissolution by court. What are the cases where court has to intervene? Court has to interfere to dissolve the firm. A partner becomes a person of unsound mind. If a partner becomes of unsound mind, business has to be closed down and court may interfere to close down the business. A partner is found guilty of misconduct if some unlawful activity or misconduct is being carried out by the firm. Court may interfere and court may ask to close down the firm. Third, business cannot be carried on except loss. If for consecutive years firm is suffering from loss, then court may interfere to close down the business. And court finds dissolution is justified. So if court thinks that it is necessary to close down this firm, then court may interfere. Clear everyone? So what are the modes of dissolution of the firm? First, by mutual agreement. If partners among themselves mutually agree to close down the business, the firm comes to end, business comes to end. Second, compulsory dissolution when business becomes unlawful. Then by notice, if there is partnership at will, then any partner may give his notice, clarify his intentions to close down the firm, shut down the business. On happening of an event, if partnership was constituted for some certain project and that project work is completed, then business comes to end. Then fifth, dissolution by court. Just now we studied if any of the partner becomes of unsound mind, if court feels that dissolution is justified, if it finds that firm is carrying out any misconduct, then and losses, firm is suffering only from losses, then court may interfere to close down the firm. Clear? Understood. Now, if once the firm is closed down, firm is dissolved, partnership comes to end, relationship among the partners comes to end, then what happens? How settlement of accounts is being carried on? Come on, let's see. When settlement of accounts, जब settlement करने की बारी ऐसे थोड़ी ना शटर बंद करके चले जाएंगे. No, accounts need to be settled. So what happens for asset? See, I told you assets of the firm will be sold out, right? And that money which will be recovered, firstly, A point, will be used in paying firm's debt to third or outside parties. तो firm की जो भी liabilities होंगी, the money which is recovered by realizing assets or by selling those assets will be first and foremost used to pay the outside liabilities like creditors, like bank loan, like outstanding liabilities. Clear everyone? So first of all, whatever money is recovered by selling the assets is utilized, is applied in paying whose debts? Firm's debts towards outside parties. Like creditors, it could be bank overdraft, it could be bank loan, it could be loan from any of the party, it could be. Clear? Secondly, the money you gained from selling assets is secondly applied in paying to each partner what is due to him on account of loans or advances. So if a firm has taken loan from any of the partner, so after paying off the outside liabilities, whatever money is left, that will be used to pay the partner's loan if the firm has taken loan from the partner. Clear? Third, in paying to each partner what is due to him on account of capital. Still, if amount is left, right, that will be used to pay the partner's capital balances. And the residue, if any, is distributed among the partners in their profit sharing ratio. So in this sequence only, amount realized from selling assets must be applied or must be used. First of all, whatever money is you earned, is realized or is gained after selling assets of the firm, must be utilized first in the payment of what? In the payment of firm's liability towards outsiders. That is, outsiders may be creditors, bills payable, or loans taken, or bank overdrafts taken, or any outstanding liabilities if any. Clear? Then the money left will be used to pay off the loan if the firm has taken loan from any of the partner. Still money is left, then that money will be used to pay off the amount due to partners on account of their capitals. जितना capital डाला है, capital balances है, वो recover करेंगे partners. And still if any residue is left, तो वो रोटी, अगर रोटी का कुछ टुकड़ा अगर फिर भी बच जाता है, तो that will be distributed among the partners in their profit sharing ratio. So this is very, very important. Why? Because on this many a times question is asked that X, Y and Z are three partners, and Y demands that he at the time of dissolution of firm, Y demands that first he should be given amount for his loan. So क्या ये सही है? क्या X and Z must agree? No, X and Z must not agree, because money realized from selling of assets is first of all used in paying any of the outside liability. Then whatever is left, then that amount will be used to pay off Y's loan. And then any amount left will be used to pay the partners' capital balances. And then if still residue is left, that will be distributed among the partners in their profit sharing ratio. Got it, everyone? Come. Now comes one more concept, that is payment of firm's debts and private debts. What do you mean by firm's debts and what do you mean by private debts? See, firm's debts means, see, if A, B and C are three partners, so collectively their business will be called as firm, and these are individually called as what? Partners. So individual liabilities of partners are their private debts. Suppose A has purchased a car, and for purchasing that car they have what? A has taken a loan, so that is his private debts, car loan. Suppose B has purchased a house, and for purchasing that house he has taken home loan, so that is B's private debts. Then what is firm's debt? For carrying out business, if they have taken bank loan collectively, right, as a firm, that is firm's debt. Understood, everyone? Clear? So what is firm's debt? See, debt which firm owes to outsiders are firm's debt, like creditors, bills payable, bank loan, which is being loan that has been taken in the name of the firm, that is firm's debt. But debt which a partner owes in his personal capacity is his private debt. What is A's private debt? That if he has taken any car loan and he uses it personally, it is his personal car. So for that he has taken a loan. So that car loan is his private debt. Clear, everyone? I hope bifurcation is clear to you. So what happens? Firm's property is applied in payment of firm's debt. Clear? तो फर्म की जो प्रॉपर्टी है वो यूज नहीं कर सकता उसके कार लोन को पे करने के लिए. फर्म की प्रॉपर्टी फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल विल बी यूज टू पे ओनली फर्म्स डेट. Clear? The loans which has been taken in the name of the firm, the liabilities which are due in the name of the firm. So firm's property cannot be used initially by a partner to pay his private debts. Firm's property can be used to pay only firm's debts. Got it? And secondly, private property of each partner is applied first towards the payment of his private debts. इन केस ऑफ इंसॉल्वेंसी, अगर इंसॉल्वेंसी हो जाती है तो ए अपने घर का यूज कर सकता है अपने कार लोन को रीपे करने के लिए. तो ए अपने घर का यूज सबसे पहले अपनी प्राइवेट डेट्स को पे करने के लिए ही करेगा, एंड इफ सम अमाउंट इज लेफ्ट देन इज अप्लाइड टुवर्ड्स पेमेंट ऑफ फर्म्स डेट. बिकॉज हमें पता है पार्टनरशिप हैज अनलिमिटेड लाइबिलिटी, तो राइट, फॉर पार्टनर्स हैव अनलिमिटेड लाइबिलिटी. So what happens once again? Firm's property is used only to pay what? Firm's debts. But when we talk about partner, private property of a partner is firstly used to pay his private debts. But if something is left, then he has to bring it to the firm and pay for the firm's liability or firm's debt. Clear? Understood? Once again repeating, firm's property will be used to pay firm's debt. And private property of a partner, home, house, if A owns house, so A will be utilizing that property first to pay his private debts like his car loan, right? If some amount of house property is still left with A after payment of car loan, then that can be used to pay the firm's debt because partnership has unlimited liability. Understood? So in this way, today we understood the basic concept about the dissolution of partnership firm, or we say dissolution of firm. What is its meaning? What happens in that case? We studied that its meaning is that when business comes to end, relationship among the partners comes to end, books of accounts are closed, assets are sold to pay off the liabilities. Economic relationship among the partners end. It may happen that court interfere to end the firm, right? Business comes to end, books of accounts are closed, and economic relationship among the partners come to end. This is completely different from the one which we have studied, that is dissolution of only partnership, where the relationship among the partners change. Business is continued. Clear? Modes of dissolution we studied today, and we studied how settlement of accounts is done. So in dissolution of partnership firm, assets of the firm are sold. Whatever money is recovered is firstly used to pay the firm's debt towards outsiders, then firm's debt towards his partners, that is if firm has taken loan from a partner, then capital account balances, and then if something is left, partners distribute it among their profit sharing ratio. Got it. Then payment of firm's debt and private debts we studied. Firm's debt means the debts or the loans that has been taken collectively as a firm. And private debts means A, B and C. So A, if has taken some loan in his personal capacity, it is his private debt. So firm's property will be used to pay off firm's liability. Clear? But private property of a partner will be used first to pay his private debts. But if something is left out of his private property, that is to be brought in the firm and has to pay the firm's liability out of it also. Clear, everyone? So in this way, today's lecture we end here. Next lecture is very important because we will be studying the accounts which has to be prepared in case of dissolution of partnership firm and their journal entries. Clear, everyone? So till then, bye bye, take care and keep practicing.